Day 25 of the Diddy trial started like any normal day in court. But everything changed when the judge walked in, holding a sealed folder and speaking in a much colder tone than usual. Everyone sat up straight when he looked at both legal teams and said, one or both parties violated this court's gag order. People in the room went silent. What happened? What got leaked? That morning, a news story came out sharing a private sealed conversation between the judge and the lawyers. It was about a juror and was never meant for the public. The conversation was under a strict gag order and only a few people were there. But somehow, the details still got out. The judge was clearly angry. He warned that if someone didn't come forward, he might seize phones or even start contempt proceedings. Suddenly, the trial wasn't just about Diddy anymore. Now the focus was on the lawyers themselves. If no one admits to leaking the sealed talk, this trial could end in a mistrial. It could bring new legal problems and break the public's trust in the justice system. This video explains what really happened on day 25 and how a single leak may destroy the biggest celebrity trial of the year. On day 25, Judge Subramanian walked into the courtroom looking angry. He didn't waste time. He said a sealed conversation from the day before about a juror had been leaked to the media. That talk was supposed to be confidential, protected by a gag order. The lawyers looked shocked. The courtroom went silent. This wasn't about winning a case anymore. It was about broken trust between the court and the people in it. The judge explained that the leak came from a sealed session. Only a few people knew what was said, yet the exact words showed up in the news. Both legal teams denied they leaked it, but the judge didn't buy it. He said clearly, "That means someone's lying." It felt like waking up and seeing your private email on national TV. Except this time, the judge read it out loud with cameras rolling. He didn't name names, but now both sides, the defense and the prosecution, were in serious trouble. If something this private can leak, what could be next? Could juror identities be exposed? Could someone's trial strategy be stolen? This was no longer one side against the other. It became a fight to protect the court's integrity. So now the big question is, how far will the judge go to take back control? With the room still tense from the leak, Judge Subramanian made things even more serious. He didn't just warn the lawyers, he threatened legal action. The judge said someone might face contempt charges. That means they could be punished for breaking the court's rules. He also said criminal charges were now on the table. The biggest shock. He suggested he might check the lawyers' phones to see who leaked the sealed information. This hit hard. The usually calm attorneys looked nervous. One defense lawyer didn't speak again for the rest of the day. It felt like being told at your job, "If no one admits to this, we'll check all your messages and calls." It wasn't just pressure, it was real fear. Then came a twist. The judge warned that if anything else leaks, he could call a mistrial. That would mean starting the whole trial over. Worse, lawyers could be punished by the state bar, which could hurt their careers. From that moment on, the mood in court changed. Every glance, every quiet talk, every sidebar felt like it might be watched. Everyone knew one more slip, and the trial could fall apart. This trial was supposed to be about Diddy, but now it was about the court itself. About who could be trusted and whether rules still matter. So if no one confessed, who really leaked it? And why now? After the judge's serious warning, the courtroom felt different. He didn't name anyone, but both the defense and the prosecution were clearly in the spotlight. Everyone looked tense. The energy in the room had changed. This wasn't just about presenting facts anymore. It was about trust, or the lack of it. Lawyers on both sides stayed quiet. Some looked away. Others sat stiff, unsure what to say or do. No one wanted to be the first to speak. The judge had made one thing clear. If the leak didn't stop, the entire trial could collapse. Outside the courtroom, legal experts began to talk. Some believed the leak might have been a planned move, maybe to change how the public sees the trial. Others guessed it was someone inside, like a paralegal or clerk, who didn't know how serious it was. It was like a whodunit, except this time the weapon was a leaked court secret, and the damage was to the integrity of the system. The judge gave another hint. He might write a formal opinion, a public document, explaining what happened and maybe pointing to the person responsible, even without proof. The silence grew louder. The lawyers now knew anything they said could make them look guilty, and saying nothing wasn't much better. This moment wasn't about Diddy anymore. It was about whether the people running the trial could be trusted to follow the rules. And behind the scenes, the real question was building. If both sides deny leaking, who really did it, and what was their goal? Even after the serious leak, Judge Subramanian made one thing clear. The trial will continue, But the energy in the courtroom had completely changed. People sat straighter. It's like being in class, trying to take a test, but the teacher is staring at your every move, thinking anyone might cheat. Then came a quiet twist. The juror at the center of the leak. They were called in for a private meeting, behind closed doors. No cameras, no transcript, just silence. No one knows what was said. And that makes people even more nervous. Now every witness walks in under a heavy cloud. One small mistake, one wrong word, and the judge could call a mistrial. People are scared, and it shows. This trial is no longer just about proving guilt or innocence. It's become about whether the justice system can still work when it's under so much pressure. The court isn't just trying to find the truth, it's trying to hold itself together. So what could possibly be next? What other secrets are still hidden behind the judge's bench? This wasn't just another day in court. Day 25 was something bigger. It showed a courtroom under pressure, close to breaking. The focus wasn't just on Diddy anymore. It was on whether the whole justice system could stay standing. The judge wasn't just listening to witnesses or checking evidence. Now he had a new job, protecting the trial itself from being ruined by someone on the inside. The leak changed everything. Just one moment, one secret made public, was enough to shake a $10 million case to its core. That's all it takes. One whisper, one wrong move, and the whole trial could end in mistrial. For the first time, Diddy's legal team wasn't just defending him, they were defending their own reputations. The lawyers on both sides sat in silence, knowing any step could make them look guilty. And the judge, he had only 7 words, but they landed like a hammer. One or both parties violated the order. Those words changed the mood, the stakes, and the story. Now the courtroom feels like a mystery show, but no one knows if the ending will bring justice or just more questions. And that's the truth. Who leaked the sealed conversation? And more importantly, will we ever find out? Day 25 of the Diddy trial will not be remembered for witness testimony. It will be remembered for the moment the judge stopped trusting the very people meant to protect the court. The rules were broken, and no one stepped forward. That silence spoke louder than anything else said that day. This case is no longer just about one man. It's about how easy it is for truth to slip away, especially when fame, money, and power are involved. One leak, one mistake, and the system we all depend on can start to fall apart. The court is still moving forward, but the damage is done. Now, every side is looking over their shoulder. Every word is watched. Every phone might be next. We'll keep bringing you the real story, with no spin, no drama, just what actually happened. So if you want clear, honest updates, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video. And now we want to hear from you. Who do you think leaked the sealed juror info, and why? Drop your best theory in the comments. Was it a mistake or a power play?